For those of you who are big fans of Pirates of the Caribbean like me, you probably heard the term parlay, or when Jack Sparrow really tried to announce it, parlay, parlay, talking about a parlay. But I'm here to tell you that parlay is more than just Pirates term. It can also be used in the sports betting. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about what a parlay is. What's up, everybody? My name is Matt Modi. I'm a content producer and betting analyst for OddsJam. I also like to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean in my free time, if you couldn't tell. And as I mentioned in the intro, today's video, I'm going to be talking about what a parlay is in sports betting. Parlays have become increasingly popular as more and more sportsbooks become legal and more users sign up for sportsbooks. So before I get started, I just want to make sure that you check out the description, and if sports betting is legal in your state, make sure to sign up for every sportsbook that's available in your state so you can start cashing some parlays together with us on the OddsJam team. So the exact definition of a parlay is when you're placing a bet on multiple events to occur, but in order for your bet to win, all of those bets must hit. You'll hear the term four-leg parlay, four-play parlay. All that means is how many bets you are putting into your parlay that have to hit. The more legs you have, the more bets you put into a parlay, the higher the payout is. But the clear risk is if one of those bets doesn't hit, if one of those bets loses, then your entire parlay loses. So the odds of a parlay are determined by A, how many legs are in the parlay, and B, what the odds of each individual play of the parlay is. And the more legs you add, the odds are increased exponentially. So you'll see when you're building a parlay, if you go from 2 to 3 legs, the odds will increase by a little bit. But then if you go from 2 to 6, the odds will increase by the tenfold. So the way it's calculated is just a formula that the sports books calculate based on the amount of legs and the odds of the individual bets that you are placing. So I figured the easiest way to explain in detail how a parlay works is just to provide a real life example. So what I have up here is a college basketball betting slate. And all you need to do to build a parlay is just start clicking on plays that you want to add, and then it will build to the right here into your bet slip. So I am using Caesars Sportsbook, but the process of building a parlay is pretty much the same across all of them. So let's say I think Butler is going to cover this spread. I'll add them. So right now it's just a straight bet, but then if I add one more, like Mississippi State, now you see it says 2-leg parlay. You also see here what the odds are. So it went from minus 110 when it was just Butler to adding another minus 110 odds play. Now the odds are plus 264. So if I add a third play, you'll see the odds go up by even more. Now it's plus 596. So you can see how the odds for your parlay exponentially increase as you add more plays. Okay, so we saw how the odds increase when you're adding a bunch of plays that had minus 110 odds. And we saw it increase exponentially. So it went from minus 110 to plus 264 to plus 596 for my 1, 2, 3 leg parlay. Now let's see what it looks like when we add plays that have worse odds than minus 110, so they have a higher percent chance of hitting. So I will add, let's say my first one is St. John's at minus 420. Right now it's a straight bet, minus 420. And let's say I also want to add Mississippi State here, minus 700. The odds are now minus 244. So it's still a 2-leg parlay like the previous one was, but the odds go from plus 264 to now they're minus 244. And now let's add another play that has bad odds. Looks like Harvard money line here. So again, I have a 3-leg parlay, but the odds are still bad. They're still minus 200. So my previous 3-leg parlay, when I had all minus 110 odds, were plus 596. But in this example, since I provided 3 legs that have terrible odds, it's still a 3-leg parlay, but that's minus 200. And that's pretty much it regarding the beginner concept of what exactly a parlay is in sports betting. As far as strategies go, first and foremost, whenever you're doing a parlay, always make sure that the individual legs have positive expected value. We always bet plus EV here at OddsJam, and that stays the same for a parlay. The other advice to give you is that the more legs you add to the parlay, we would recommend putting less money on it than you normally would. So a 3 or 4-leg parlay, you can put a little bit of your bankroll on it, but then if you're doing a 10, 12, 15-leg parlay, you really shouldn't be putting you should be doing that consistently and putting, more than $5 on it, something like that, because it's rare that those legs hit and you can end up just wasting money doing a lot of parlays like that. So overall, always bet plus EV, and the more legs you add to the parlay, the less money you should put on it. And that's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can let me know in the comments. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Matt_Modi_bets. If you didn't like it, you can still hit me up. I would love to hear your feedback of what I got wrong and what I can do better. Again, my name is Matt Modi. I am a content producer and betting analyst for OddsJam. And today's video was explaining what a parlay is in sports betting, kind of like a beginner's course, sports betting 101. But that's all I got for you. So again, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.